Trust the process. This is the final look. Hey, fashion lovers, if you enjoy this look, stay tuned. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and please share, share, share. Okay, let's get into these eyes. First, what we're doing is we're priming the eyes with our primer. You can choose whatever primer you prefer. So on the left side, you see me doing it in real time. And then when I switch to the other side, I'm just going to speed it up just so you can see real time. And then you can just fast forward. Well, I'll fast forward for you. So that's what we're doing. We're just priming the eye, blending out that product as we go. And now I'm going in and I'm adding more primer just to make sure that I have a nice enough base so that whenever I apply the shadows, they actually are showing up very nicely and very easily. So you see me doing that in real time on this eye. Now you see me with the fluffy brush just blending that out some more. And then we're just going in, fluffing it out, blending it out, not fluffing, y'all, excuse me, blending it out. We're going to make sure that it's not patchy looking. So that's why you see me going in, looking at my mirror, making sure what I'm doing. And now we're just speeding up that process on the other eye. And that's what you're going to notice throughout the entire video. On one side, you okay, next up, I'm going in with the Perception palette, which is a Shayla and Colourpop collaboration. And I'm going in with that color Culture using a little fluffy brush, which is like a blending brush. And I'm just going into my crease. That's going to be used as my transitional color. Again, like I said, I'm going in with my Culture. So that's what you see me doing, and now I'm about to speed it up for the other side. Excuse my silly. Don't excuse my silliness. That's just me. That's just my personality. But yeah, we're going in, and we're just gonna go in and add on, build on until you get the look that you're going for. So this is going to be that transitional color that's going to help blend in those other colors as we begin to add. Um, those darker colors. And now I'm going in with a more a precision brush, and I'm going in with the color Played Out. So what you see me doing is going closer into my crease, and I'm staying right in that crease. I'm not going on my brow bone at all. I'm just staying right there in that crease where my eye is with that color Played Out, and I'm just building on. Y'all, I love listening to music whenever I'm doing my makeup, so that's what y'all see me doing. Y'all know YouTube doesn't allow the whole you play music while you doing your thing, so I just doing a talk over for y'all. Y'all sick of this work. But yeah, so now we're just going to go in with the other side, and we're just going to speed up that process. I'm doing the same thing. I'm going in with that same precision brush, and I'm staying very tight into my crease. And so we see me just going back and forth, building up. When I say building up, I mean I'm adding more product. You see how I'm pushing that product in, and then you'll see me blending it out. So I push it in, and then you'll end up seeing me blend it out. Y'all, I was just going through it with my music. Oh, goodness. Oh, my goodness. I just can't. But anyway, yeah. So just pack that product in, blend it out, back and forth, back and forth. Pack it in, blend it out till you get the look that you're going for. The whether you want it really heavy or whether you want it light, that depends on how much product you add on. And then whenever you've added on enough product that you want, you just go in. See what I'm doing? I'm blending that out. I'm blending that out, and I have this sped up, but my hand is actually moving in a circular motion. So you want to go in and just take your time. And so now I'm going in with the even tighter brush, finer brush, and I'm going in with that same color Played Out, but again I'm going straight into my crease again, just building that up just right in the crease. So you're actually like layering your shadows as you're going. So that's just to give me the look that I showed you all at the beginning. And so I'm just going in, adding more product until I get the look that I'm going for. So that's what it is with makeup. You see now I have my fluffy brush, and I'm blending out that transitional color into that color played out that we added on. That's what makeup is all about. You just go in, add, blend out, add, blend out. So now I'm getting ready to go in with my other palette, and this is the Take Me Back to Brazil palette. Now, unfortunately, this palette does not tell you the name of the colors. Um, so I apologize about that. But I'm going in with one of the blues that is actually in the palette, one of like the aqua looking blues, and it doesn't look that bright because I have it sitting on top of that darker shadow that I already added on. But trust me, it's lighter. And now you see, as I add more and more on, it's getting a lot lighter. And so now I'm going in with the number 14, back to that Perception collaboration with Shayla and Colourpop. Going back to that palette, and I'm using, like I said, the number 14 to give me a brighter blue. See that? And that's using a flat brush, and just packing that on until I get the look that I want. So you just go in. So now I'm going in with my that very fine tight precision brush, and I'm going back to my color played out. Oh well, I thought that's what I had done. I guess I pulled it up and then I put it back down. So we're packing on some more of that number 14 with that Perception Colourpop collaboration. So you just add on until you get the look that you want. Maybe you want yours a little darker. Maybe you want yours a little brighter. Now I will say, if you want yours a little brighter, then I would just go in with a concealer on the eyelid and get rid of any color so that you can use that as another base, and that will make it pop even more. But I didn't want like a cut crease look, so that's why you see me taking the steps that I'm doing right here. So we're building, we're building, we're building. That's what you see me doing right here. So I'm trying to give y'all some real-time moments, and I'm trying to give y'all some sped-up time moments, because this is a process. Like, I don't want you to think like this is like this took 30 minutes. No, like, it's a process, but I don't want to bore you all too much with the literal process. So that's why I'm just giving you a slowed down version, and then I'm doing a sped up version for you as well. So that's what we're getting right here. What y'all think? What y'all think? What y'all think? Now I'm picking back up that brush to blend that out, using that transitional color again, that natural brown. Go in and clean up under those eyes so we can get ready to prep our face for our concealer and foundation. You want to make sure any fallout that you have, that you wipe all of that away, because you don't want any of that to stay in or blend in with that concealer and foundation that you're going to end up applying. So you just see me taking that blending brush, making sure that I'm blending all those edges, all those on the crease area, making sure that it's blended out to my liking. Now go in, spray my face down. I like to just rehydrate my face, and I'm using my what is that? My rose water. Now go in and fan some of that out so you can adhere to the skin, so it's not too watery. Go in with your concealer. For me, you can just go in how you choose. Right now I'm just color correcting, spot correcting. Now I'm blending that in so that when I apply my foundation, I'm getting a smoother look. I'm not having any dark areas showing up under my foundation. This is always optional. Whenever you are color correcting, you always want to get a color treating. You want to go in with a concealer very, very close to your skin complexion, so where it blends in completely. And so now you just see me finding my dark areas that I believe are dark areas around my face, And I'm just going to go in, put that product on, blend, blend, blend. And I'm using a Real Techniques sponge. So I'm just going in and blending in that product. As you see, I'm taking my time, but I actually just have this part rushed up because, like I said, I don't want to bore you all too much with the process. I want you all to be able to see it, but I don't want you to have to actually sit through the literal timing of the process. So now I'm going in and I'm concealing up under my eyes. So just how we talk about dark areas under our eyes, it's the same thing with different spots around your face. So you just take your concealer and you're applying that to the area that you want to brighten up. And so that's what we're doing. Taking that Real Technique sponge, pressing that product into the skin. I'm not moving it, I'm actually just pushing it in, and then you did see me brush it up towards the ends of my eyes, and that's because I'm trying to get that really, really fine look for my eyeshadow. So I'm just going in and making my eyes real defined, as well as pushing in that product to brighten up the area up under my eye. And you just take that excess product and just move it around over your nose and around the mouth area. And so I'm going for a really, really bold look with this for this look today. So just gotta take some extra care in what we do. And as I told y'all before, I'm playing my music, y'all. So I love my music whenever I'm doing my makeup. So that's what y'all see me doing: dancing, applying concealer, pushing it in, dancing, applying concealer, pushing it in. There we go. The time has come for a foundation. So I'm using my Maybelline Dewy Fit Me, Dewy+Smooth, and that was the shade 355 Coconut. I usually mixed my Maybelline Fit Me with the Dewy+Smooth in 355 and the Matte Poreless in 335, but today I just used the Dewy+Smooth in 355. So now I'm just going in, moving that, pushing that product into the skin using my blending brush. So just blend, 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 blend. Whether you use a brush, whether you use a sponge, and I actually go back and forth between the sponge and a little small fluffy brush, as you'll see as we continue with this process. So going in, just push that product in. Take your time. Trust me, it is not a quick process. Now I'm going in with one of my faves, and this is the NARS in the color Ginger. And this is because I was going for a very bright effect. So sometimes if I'm wanting to go for a more subtle look, I'll use two different shades of concealer, which would be one of a skin tone, and that would go above my cheeks, and then I would use the Ginger by NARS right under my eye. But with this look, I want it to be snatched. So we just went in straight with the NARS Ginger. And so now I'm going in with my contour. And this is the Chestnut in the, oh goodness, LA Pro Concealer. And you can just find this at any beauty supply store. And they actually have them at Ulta now as well. But yeah, I really like this. So now I'm just going in, spraying my face down so I can make sure that I'm able to get the product to move around without a problem. This time I'm not letting the product sit. I did not let the product sit for long. I just went in, placed it. I did let the concealer sit while I applied the contour, so we can give it a little extra brightening effect. So now what you just see me doing is I'm just taking that product with a clean beauty brush, beauty blender, and I'm just pushing that product in. And I'm using my mirror to make sure, because looking on the camera and a mirror are two different visuals. So what y'all see on camera, you may not always see in the mirror, and vice versa. I just had to make sure I wasn't out here looking like a fool, like a fool. Not I. So now you see me just going in with a smaller blending brush, and I'm just buffing that product into the skin more so I can get a flawless look. And I find this to really help with giving it that nice clean transition. I'm just going in with, and that's just a regular eyeshadow brush. I'm just going in and I'm just blending that product into the skin, buffing it into the skin to give it a smoother transition. Take a step back, make observations, and now you see I'm adding more product so I can make sure that I have that under eye area highlighted to the look that I'm wanting to achieve. And so as I'm doing this, I'm taking my brush, and I'm moving it fast because I have this part sped up, but I'm moving it in circular motions and dabbing motions. Circular motions, and then dabbing motions. So I'm pushing that product into the skin, and then I'm moving it into a circular motion to buff it out. So you see, push it in, dab it in. There we go. Oh, she looking bright and stuff. Going in, adding just a little bit more. I'm just pushing that product into the skin, so I'm not moving it around, just pushing it into the skin. Y'all know, like I told y'all before, my music was going through. So now I'm just taking that brush and I'm going in on my nose, doing the same thing, just buffing that product into the skin. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? Y'all see that? And I haven't even done the contour yet on the nose, but just that definition with using my concealer just gives it that natural contour look already. But you know, we still gonna go in with that. Okay. My little nose was itching, y'all. I'm sorry. So now I'm going in and I'm blending out my contour with another beauty blender. I have a lot of sponges, you all, but this is the official beauty blender. But I'm just going in and I'm just pushing that product into the skin. Now remember, this takes time, so take your time. Take your time. This is not a rush job. This is just me showing you all my process. And if you're interested in me doing an in-depth process, like me taking it slowly and like having like a little chat and chew with you all, or like a little talk, not talk through like I'm doing right now, but like I'm actually like talking in the video while I'm doing my makeup, let me know. I mean, I'm always interested to try new things. Give me something. What are some topics y'all want me to talk about? That's my thing. Like, what should I even talk about? But right now, I'm going in with that excess concealer that I used up under my eye. I didn't add any more product. I'm just taking that excess that was already on my other brush, beauty blender, and I'm just wiping that under my contour. So just to help that contour pop even more. So like I said, I'm going for a very bold look. So now I'm going in with my Laura Mercier translucent powder, and I'm taking that product and I'm pushing it into my skin. And with this look, like I said, I wanted a bright look. So you see me pushing that into the skin, and I actually am going to add another powder on top of that. And I'm going to be adding the Sacha Buttercup setting powder, which is what you see me adding right now. And so I'm going to let that sit on my skin. And this is what we call the baking process. So you see I'm taking that product and I'm pushing it on the skin, and I'm going to actually let it sit on my face while I go in and begin to work on my contour. So you want to go under the eye, everywhere where you put concealer is where you're going to put your translucent powder. So now I'm going in with my contour, and this is the palette that I use right there. It's the Radiance, Black Radiance. So now we're going in with those two shades right there, Contour and Sculpt. And I mix those two shades together. So what you see me doing is I'm taking a, I believe that is a actual, what do you call that? The brush that you, oh my goodness, y'all, what is it called? Let's go with a blending brush. Using that to buff that into the skin, and now I'm taking a smaller blending brush to go in just on my nose, and I always go into the crease of my nose, right at the beginning of the brow bone all the way down to the side of my nose. It makes for a nice transition, so it's not looking too choppy whenever you are looking at yourself in pictures, or someone's just looking at you straight on, blending into the eyebrow and bringing it down the bridge of the nose, the side of the nose. So now remember, wherever you contour with your cream or your liquid, whatever you use, you always want to go in and set it with the powder. Same thing with your concealer. So right now I'm still setting everything, and now I'm taking the excess powder that I had and I'm putting it under my contour, just like I did when I was adding that excess product of the concealer. Now you want to go in with a nice fluffy brush and get all that product out, because you don't want any flashback. Whenever someone talks about flashback, they're talking about taking a picture and seeing white residue, a highlighted area under the eye or on the face. So you never want any type of flashback. So a trick, whenever you are doing your makeup, before you go out, take a picture in good lighting and in dark lighting and see how your face looks showing up in that picture. Because the last thing you want to do is feel confident in your makeup, and then you go out in public and you taking all these pictures with your friends, and next thing you know, you like, oh, my hard work for nothing. So yes, don't set yourself up for the okie doke. I'm telling you right now, take some pictures in different lighting before you leave out with your friends, so that you can make sure that all that hard work you put in is actually going to show up in those pictures. So now what I just did was I just went in with my natural face powder, and I always use the MAC Studio Fix. So I just go in with that powder, and I was just buffing that all over my skin. But now I'm going into my crease line, my smile lines, and I've just added some more product in, because I knew what I was going to be out, and I knew I wanted to make sure that when I'm smiling that my product on my face is not separating. So now we're just going back in with that Studio Fix, and we're adding that all over. And now I'm just going back with my contour for any contour that was wiped away during that process of me adding my natural face powder. And I love me a good contour, so I'm definitely always going to be adding more, sometimes too much, but hey, it's what I like. Don't judge me for what I like, and if you do, that's your choice. It's not gonna bother me. But anyway, going in, just making sure that I have everything contoured like I'm wanting to. Remember, when you're contouring, always start from the bottom of the ear all the way around the chin, the base of the chin. And now Like I told you all before, whenever you are doing your makeup, always go back in and check those brows. Any product that may have gone over the brows, go in, make sure you define them as best that you can. Make them look very natural. Bring them back. Eyebrows are friends. They are not twins. They can look alike, but they do not have to look the same. And if you get your eyebrows to look the same, honey, you winning. But now we're just going in with some blush. And when I apply my blush, I go right above my cheekbone. I like to bring my blush up higher, and I actually bring mine into my temple. So you'll see me taking my blush, to the highest part of my cheekbone and up into my temple, and sometimes into my forehead, just to give it a gradual look instead of just looking like it's just placed in one area. So now, whenever I put on blush, I like to buff it out, especially with this one. I felt like I had a little bit too much on. Like, I like the look, but I didn't want it to be as intense. So I just take that brush that I was using to remove my powder, my translucent powders, and I'm just buffing that blush out and going back over all areas of my face with my powder. So you want to make sure that everything is covered in powder. Wherever you put any type of cream, any type of liquid, always use a powder to set it. So now I went in with my Glow Kit by Anastasia, which is her Sun Dip Glow. Oh my goodness, y'all, my favorite. And I always mix tourmaline and bronze together, or tourmaline and moonstone. Y'all, the greatest duos to ever do it. So now I'm getting ready to go into my the tight line area under the bottom of your eye. You always want to use a very fine brush to get that product in. Like I said, I'm going for a very bold look, so I wanted it to be as precise as possible. And now I'm taking that fine brush that I used earlier, that tight line brush that I used earlier, and I'm going in with that same color that I did when I was using the Perception palette, and I used the color Played Out. And so I just went in on my bottom lash line to apply some depth to my eyes, especially since my eyes are so bold. You want it to balance out from the top to the bottom of the eye. So just giving it that extra depth. And here we go, final look. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you all so much for watching. Come again.